Hello and welcome back to day 12. I'm so glad you're here. If you're enjoying these videos, one thing that you can do to help make them more accessible to other people is to just like the video and leave a little comment below in the comments below the video, and that helps the algorithms suggest these videos to more people. So that's just one way you can pay it forward and help get the word out to bring these practices to other people who might not otherwise find them. So thank you for that. Today we are going to take a journey through our three centers. So we'll start with the center of intelligence of our body and reconnecting with our bodies, which by this time we've had some practice doing. So hopefully we'll be able to locate that a little bit more quickly with the practice that we've had. And then we'll check in with our hearts, be with our hearts a bit, and then notice the impact that that has on the mind. A lot of the time in meditation, as I've mentioned, a lot of focus is just on quiet the mind, and it's really, really hard to do that without first having a grounded, relaxed body and an open, compassionate heart. And then the mind just naturally quiets down. So let's play around with that a bit today and just observe and see what happens. If your mind is quite noisy despite the practice, don't beat yourself up. Just notice what the mind is up to and what gets in the way and where you get hooked, and kind of where you take the bait from your mind. That's part of the practice, is we learn to not take the bait as we see, following this thought really kind of gets me nowhere. If I follow that thought, I know where it's going to take me on that same merry-go-round that I'm very, very familiar with, round and round and round and round. So as we just watch and observe, we start to get more familiar with what that does for us and what it doesn't do for us when we follow our thoughts. So don't take the bait as best you can, and if you do, be gentle and forgiving with yourself. But just be curious. That's the main thing. So let's see what we can learn and experience and discover in our sit today. So settle in. If you haven't already, find your comfortable position. If you need a blankie, pause the video and go get that, or an extra pillow behind your back so you can really sit up straight. Want to be slouching too much, might fall asleep. So we want an alert and upright posture that is also relaxed. So we'll ring the bell to get us started, and then ring the bell to close us. Taking a deep breath. Allowing the eyes to close if that supports focusing, or just letting the gaze gently drop down with an unfocused stare if that's what helps you focus. And we remember that there is a body here. It sounds so obvious, but we forget again and again. So I take this time to drop my awareness in and down into the sensations of my body. What can be felt here and now? As I redirect my awareness to the felt sense of this moment. Coming into contact with the sensations of temperature. Maybe one part of the body is colder or warmer than the rest. So without judging that or liking or disliking, simply observing temperature. Becoming aware of the space just around my body, the air. And then bringing the awareness inside, first by locating the breath. Without controlling it, just begin to ride this gentle wave of movement. In and down. With each breath, allowing tension in the body to be released. And becoming aware of where that tension is being held. All of us have habitual places of holding tension. We can start getting familiar with where those places are without hating the tension or hating the body. Just noticing, oh yeah, there's unnecessary tension here. And then allowing the breath to aid me in releasing that. A little bit more, just one layer at a time. It doesn't need to be perfect. But as the mind wanders, if it does, I notice that and I redirect my attention back in and down. Reconnecting with the sense of my body, sitting here in this chair, on this particular seat, what that feels like. To relax, let gravity hold me, feeling those points of contact where the chair is holding me up. Maybe sensing the aliveness in the hands. That little tingle of life force that lives there at all times, but that I can really connect with when I remember to put my attention there. And as best I can, having a friendly attitude, a friendly contact with the body. Simply noticing, sensing, relaxing, letting go. Without any extra commentary or opinion. All of that is extra and unnecessary. Right now, I'm just sensing. This is what it feels like to be in this body right now. And as I stay with my body, my breath, my heart naturally begins to unfold, to open up, to tenderize a little bit, to soften. So without leaving the body behind, I now include my heart. Feeling the body and the heart together. Feeling the heart and emotions as part of the body. And not trying to change or manipulate anything about the experience of my heart. Simply observing. A lot of inner balance and acceptance. Breathing into the solar plexus, that middle point between the gut and the heart. This can help me access the deeper part of my heart that opens without words. A wordless opening and feeling. And as I sense my body and my heart, I notice that the mind has become quieter. And thinking about the mind may begin the thoughts racing again. And if that happens, I can just redirect my attention onto my body to anchor back into the present moment, sensing and feeling the depths of my heart. And in a really relaxed way, simply opening to this possibility that the mind could also relax. There's nothing to solve or understand or analyze or comment on right now. Because my mind has been given a different job. One that may be very unfamiliar, but nevertheless, it's inherent and natural to the mind to have this job of simply observing with openness and curiosity. And I can begin to sense my head as part of the body, including the whole head space, the whole of my head, the face, the skull, the scalp, the hair, the ears, the brain, and letting the breath flow up into the head. Letting the breath find the open spaces in the mind. Flowing into the places between the thoughts, behind the thoughts. Letting the thinking just go into the background. It might continue chattering on with its habits and patterns, but I can shift my attention to the space and get interested in the space between my thoughts, placing my attention there. That's what I'm interested in. What is that? What is that open space of the mind? This is what it feels like. This is what it tastes like to experience even just a little moment of silence. It may not last long if I'm new to this, but even just that half breath of quiet is an opening to a new interior world where I can relax and be at ease, open and receiving. So for the last 30 seconds of our practice, I'm going to just breathe and sense all three centers together: body, heart, and head. Connecting all three as the breath passes in through the head, down past the heart, and down into the belly. That breath traveling up and down, touching all three centers, connecting them. And just follow that trajectory up and down. Thank you so much for practicing with me. If your mind was noisy, again, don't judge yourself. This is a part of the process. And with practice and with that shifting of attention to the little moments of calm and space, that space will expand and grow. So that's what we'll work on tomorrow. So come on back tomorrow, and I look forward to sitting with you again. Take good care.